Welcome all. Welcome to the series of lectures on engineering mathematics. We are discussing the topic of matrices. In our previous lecture, we have defined rank of a matrix and we are discussing about methods to find the rank of a matrix. We will recall the definition of the rank of the matrix once again. We will say rank of a matrix is small r if there exists a non-zero minor of order small r and every minor of order r plus 1 or more vanishes. So, this definition is saying us that there should be a non-zero minor of order small r. Suppose I want to say that rank of a matrix is 3. So, when we can say rank of a matrix is 3, if I want to say rank of a matrix is 3, then there should exist a minor of order 3 which is non-zero and every minors of order more than 3 means minor of order 4, minor of order 5 and any other minors of higher order should become 0. That means rank is 3 if the highest order of the minor which is non-zero is 3. So, the alternative way of defining rank of a matrix is rank of a matrix is smaller if the highest ordered non-zero minor of the matrix is of size smaller. Okay. In the previous class, we have seen a problem in which we calculated the rank of a matrix using the definition. There are other two methods to find the rank of a matrix. What are the other two methods? Finding the rank of a matrix by reducing it into echelon form, finding the rank of a matrix by reducing it into normal form. So, in this class, we will see the procedure of reducing a matrix into echelon form and also the procedure of reducing a matrix into normal form. In this class, we are going to see very important task of reducing a matrix into desired form, either echelon form or into normal form. For this, we use elementary row operations. What we are going to use for this? We are going to use elementary row operations. Before going to that, we will recall what is echelon form and what is normal form. A matrix is said to be in echelon form if the number of zeros before first non-zero element of the row increases with row number. So, you should understand what I am saying. We are counting number of zeros in rows and this number of zeros should increase. What kind of zeros you are counting? You are counting the zeros which are before the first non-zero number. See here, in this matrix, in the first row, first non-zero number is 2, minus 2 and before that 1 0 is there. In the second row, first non-zero number is 2 and before that 1 0 is there. And in the third row, first non-zero number is 1, before that 2 zeros are there. So, we have to count 1 0 here, 1 0 here and 2 zeros here. Now, is this matrix in echelon form? The answer is no, because if this is in echelon form, the number of zeros before first non-zero number should increase. But if you see here, in the first row number of zeros are 1, in the second row also number of zeros before first non-zero element is 1. They are not increasing, So, this matrix is not in echelon form. Remaining two are in echelon form. Okay. Next, we will also recall normal form. We will also recall normal form. A matrix is said to be in normal form if it is reduced to a form which looks like identity matrix and remaining elements as zeros. So, if a matrix is reduced like this, this is said to be in normal form. How we reduce a matrix into echelon form or a normal form? That is the topic of discussion of this class. So, we reduce a matrix into echelon form or a matrix into normal form by using elementary row operations. There are three elementary row operations that we can use. First one is interchanging of rows. Second one is multiplying a row with a non-zero constant. Third one is multiplying a row with a non-zero constant and adding the result to the another row. These three are the permitted row operations. As we are doing row operations, in the same way we are allowed to do column operations. So, we can apply row operations and column operations to reduce a matrix into echelon form or normal form. Now, we will see a problem on solving reducing a matrix into echelon form and hence find its rank. We will solve the first problem, reducing a matrix into echelon form and hence find its rank. Okay? Consider the matrix given here. What is the size of this matrix? The size of this matrix is 3 by 4. There are 3 rows and 4 columns. Now, I want to reduce it into echelon form. So, what I have to do? A matrix is said to be in echelon form if number of zeros before first non-zero element increases with row number. Here there are 3 rows and in all the 3 rows first non-zero element is there here and there here itself in the first position itself. Are there any zeros before first non-zero element? No. So, we want to reduce it into echelon form. For that, what we are going to do? We are going to apply row operations in a specific manner so that it reduces into echelon form. If this is a matrix given, what elements of this matrix are called as principal diagonal? What elements are called as principal diagonal elements? Can you answer? Yeah. The elements which are in first row, first column, second row, second column, third row, third column. The elements which are in these positions, first row, first column, second row, second column, third row, third column are said to be diagonal elements. Now, we use these diagonal elements and we try to reduce elements below the diagonal elements into zeros. These 3 are diagonal elements. So, what I want to do? Using these 3 elements, I am converting these 3 elements into zeros. If I do that, then this place becomes 0, then number of zeros will, in this row will be 1. If I make these 2 into 0, number of elements in the third row will be, number of zeros in the third row will be 2. So, in the first row, number of zeros are 0. In the second row, number of zeros will be 1. In the third row, number of zeros will be 2. So number of zeros are increasing. So it is in echelon form. So I am repeating again what we are going to do. We are identifying the principal diagonal elements and reducing elements which are below the principal diagonal elements into zeros. Okay. For that we are applying row operations. For the first, we are going to reduce this element into 0. 2, what I am focusing on is 2, it is in row 2. So it is not possible to change just a single element. You have to change entire row through row operations. So which element I want to change is in second row. So I am going to change second row. That means R2. Second row is represented by R2. I want to change this R2 so that first position becomes 0. So for this what we are using? We are using first diagonal element. If you are going to make an element which is in the first position into 0, you should use first diagonal element. This is in first position of a row. So you have to use first diagonal element. So first diagonal element is in which row? R1. So I am going to use R1 and convert R2, first element of R2 into 0. What row operation I should adopt? It will be R2 implies, see here 2 is there. I want to make 2 into 0. What is there here in first row? 1. So I am multiplying 1 with 2. I am applying the row operation R2 implies R2 minus 2R1. What will be the result? Okay. So the result will be, so which row you are changing? You are changing second row. There is no change in first row. There is no change in third row. So write them as it is. Now second row changes. How the second row changes? If you require, you can calculate in rough work. Let us, as we are doing for the first time, let us calculate using rough work. So R2 minus 2R1. What is your R2? In the previous matrix, R2 is 2, 3, 5, 1. And 2R1, 2 times of R1. Already R1 is here. 2 times of R1 will be, you multiply with 2. 1 into 2, 2 into 2, 3 into 2, again 2 into 2. Now what we are doing? We are subtracting. So what happens? 2 minus 2 becomes 0. 3 minus 4 becomes minus 1. 5 minus 6 becomes minus 1. 1 minus 4 becomes minus 3. So in this way, you can calculate using a rough work and write the result here. So in the previous matrix, R2 is changed into this one, 0, minus 1, minus 1, minus 3. Okay, half of the task is over. In the second row, first position became 0. What actually we told? We want to convert all the elements below the principal diagonal into zeros. So in the matrix below principal diagonal, there are 3 elements. One of them became 0 now. what are remaining? Remaining are this position and this position. In the new matrix, after applying row operation, what happened to them? Are they became 0? No. So now we want to make this element into 0 and also this element into 0. We will do one by one. First, we want to make this element into 0. This element is in first position of third row. Whenever you are changing an element in first position, you should use first principal diagonal element. What is first principal diagonal element? 1, which is in R1. So, to reduce the first element of R3 into 0, we should use R1 and the row operation will be like this. We are changing third row. We want to change an element in third row. So, R3 implies, what is the first element here? 1. And which row we want to use? R1. What is the first element in R1? That is also 1. So, if I want to make this 0, just subtracting is enough. So, I am writing R3 implies R3 minus R1. So, when I apply this, the matrix reduces into, so you are applying operation on R3. You are applying operation on R3. So third row is changing. First and second row there is no change. So write first and second row as it is. In the previous matrix, first row is 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay, second row is also as it is, we are not changing second row. So 0, minus 1, minus 1, minus 3. So you write first row and second row as it is, but third row is changing. What is the row operation? But third row is changing. So write first and second rows as it is and write the changed third row. What is the changed third row? What row operation you are applying? R3 minus R1. So apply this row operation and write the changed third row. So it is just subtraction. You can do it directly. No need to rough work. 1 minus 1, 0. R3 minus R1 corresponding positions. 3 minus 2. 4 minus 3. 5 minus 2. So, after applying two row operations, we have converted two elements into zeros. So, this is the actual matrix. In this, we want to convert principal diagonal element below elements into zeros. In this task, this became 0 here, this element became 0 here. So, again we have to change one more element into 0. So, to convert this into 0, you have to check the position of this element. It is in the second position. Yes. So, when it is in the second position, you have to use the second diagonal element. What is the second diagonal element? Don't go for original matrix. In this matrix, second diagonal element is minus 1. It is in the second row. So, use R2 and change R3 in the desired way. So, I am applying, I want to convert this into 0, this position into 0, which is in third row. So, I am changing third row, R3 changes into, so which to convert this, which row I am using? Second row. So, see here, this is minus 1, this is plus 1 and this is minus 1. If I add them, result is 0. So, the row operation is simple, R3 plus R2. When you apply that row operation, the resultant is 1, 2, 3, 2, 0, minus 1, minus 1, minus 3. Now, third row you have to calculate R3 plus R2. Add them. 0 plus 0, 0, 1 minus 1 if you add 0, 1 minus 1, 0, 3 minus 3, 0. Now, if you see, the result is in echelon form. What is the non-zero element here? First non-zero element is 1. How many zeros are there before first non-zero element? No. So, 0 number of the zeros are there. What is the first non-zero element in second row? Before that, how many zeros are there? 1. What is the first non-zero element in third row? All are zeros. So, count all of them. Now, number of zeros before first non-zero element, increasing row wise, 0, 1, 4. So, the matrix is reduced into echelon form. So, we have used row operations and reduced a given matrix into echelon form. Now, what is rank? If I reduce a matrix into echelon form, how you decide rank? The rank is decided as number of non-zero rows in the echelon form. What is rank? Number of non-zero rows in the echelon form. See, this is the given matrix and this is the echelon form. For finding rank, number of non-zero rows in the echelon form. What do you mean by non-zero rows? Non-zero rows means there exist some non-zero elements. So, this is a non-zero row, this is a non-zero row, but this is not a non-zero row. See, all the elements are zeros. So, you shouldn't count this. So, you should only count number of non-zero rows. So, how many are there? 2. So, therefore, rank of A equals to 2. So, how we decided rank? Rank is the number of non-zero rows in the echelon form of a matrix. Okay. We will see another problem, again reducing it into echelon form and finding its rank. We will solve this problem now. We reduce this problem into echelon form and find its rank. This is the problem, second problem in our exercise. Again, this is also 3 rows, 4 columns, 3 by 4 matrix. This is also a 3 by 4 matrix. Okay. What are the principal diagonal elements? This is first diagonal element, minus 1. This is the second diagonal element, minus 5. Third diagonal element 5. So, as we already did in the previous problem, we try to reduce all the elements below the principal diagonal into zeros by using appropriate row operations. So, remember, when you are converting an element which is in first position of a row into 0, we should use first diagonal element. And if you are converting a element which is in second position of a row, you should use second diagonal element and so on. Okay. So, here below the principal diagonal element, there are 3 elements, 2, 3, 8, minus 8, 2, 3, minus 8. Okay, let us start. So I want to convert this into 0. This is in second row, first position. So as it is in second row, I want to change second row. So I am changing R2. So to convert the element, because it is in the first position, we should use first diagonal element. Where is first diagonal element? It is in first row. So I want to use first row. So R2, if I write R2, what happens to the first position? 2. I want to convert to 2 into 0. What I have to do? I multiply the first row with 2. What I will get? If I multiply this row with 2, I will get minus 2 here, and if I add them, I will get 0. So my operation will be like minus 2R1. Let us calculate again using rough. So your R2 is 2 minus 5, 1, 2, and 2R1, 2 times of R1, minus 2, 4, 2 into 3, 6, minus 4. Are you adding them? No, we are subtracting them. So minus here, this minus already is there, plus, minus, minus, plus. So what is the result? Are we getting 0 here? We need to get 0. So we shouldn't subtract. We should add. If we add, we should add. If we subtract, we are not getting 0 there. So we should add. So if we add, what happens? 2R1. 2 times of R1 becomes minus 2, 4, 6, minus 4. When we add them, 2 minus 2, if we add, it becomes 0. 4 minus 5, minus 1, 1 plus 6, 7, 2 minus 4, minus 2. So the result of our row operation is 0, minus 1, 7, minus 2. So in the second row, first element became 0. Our task completed there. So A can be written as, after applying row operation, A can be written as, see, we applied row operation on R2. R1, R3 won't change. So directly write as it is, 1, 2, 3, minus 2. And R3 also won't change, 3, minus 8, 5, 2. So where the change is, we are changing second row. The second row becomes 0, minus 1, 7, minus 2. We want to reduce all the elements below the principal diagonal into zeros. We reduced the second row first element into 0. 2 more elements remaining. We will see how to reduce this element into 0 and what will be the suitable row operation. Can you think what will be the suitable row operation? Again, the element which I want to convert into 0 is in first position. As it is in the first position, we have to use first diagonal element. That means first diagonal element is there in R1. So this element is in R3. So R3 I am changing into, why you are changing R3? to make this into 0. What will be the suitable row operation? R3 plus 3R1. So if you apply this, we are changing third row. We can write first and second row as it is. Now the third row changes. What happens? You calculate. So R3 plus 3R1, we are multiplying row 1 with 3. So if I multiply row 1 with 3, here I will get minus 3, and minus 3 added to plus 3, so 0. I am multiplying row 1 with 3. If I multiply this with 3, 6. 6 minus 8, minus 2. 3 into 3, 9. 9 plus 5, 14. Minus 6 plus 2. So I am multiplying the first row with 3. So I will get minus 6. And when I add it to R3, minus 6 plus 2. So after applying second row operation, the matrix here reduced into this form. In this form, if you see, this element became 0, this element became 0. What else we have to do? We have to reduce one more element into 0. What is that? This is in the second position of that particular row. What element I want to reduce into 0? It is in R3. So I am going to change R3, and this is in second position. When it is in second position, you have to use second diagonal element. Where second diagonal element is? Don't go to the first matrix, just discuss in the present matrix. Okay. What is the second diagonal element? Minus 1. It is in second row. So you use R2, reduce R3. So R3 implies, so what is the element in R3 here? Minus 2. What is the element here? Minus 1. So R3 minus 2R2. That is what the row operation we are going to apply. So when we apply this row operation, we will get first row no change, second row no change, third row changes, calculate and tell. So this is R3, this is R2, R3 minus 2R2, 0 minus 0, 0, come to the second position. Minus 2, minus of minus 2, minus 2 plus 2 becomes 0. If you want, you can calculate through rough work. Okay. R3 we have 14 in the third position, R2 we have 7. What I am doing? Multiplying R2 with 2. So if I multiply this, 2 into 7, 14. This is 14, this is 14. When I am subtracting, now come to the last position. R3 the element is minus 4. In the R3 the element is minus 4. In R2 the element is minus 2. What I am doing? Multiplying R2 with 2. So 2 into minus 2, minus 4. And I am subtracting. Minus 4 into minus becomes plus 4. This is plus 4, this is minus 4. So final result is 0. Now, is it in echelon form? Of course it is. Number of non-zero rows in this echelon form 2. So therefore, rank of A is 2 again. So we have solved two problems. We reduced two problems into echelon form using row operations, and we calculated the rank using echelon form. How to calculate rank using echelon form? Rank is nothing but number of non-zero rows in the echelon form.